All right, here we go, y'all. We jumping right into it. Part 4, the finale. I believe we left off around her soft opening of her salon. And here she is on her way to that. Okay, if that's what you want to call it. I don't know if it was a salon, if it was a brick and mortar for that skunk hair business she had. Whatever it was, it's no longer. But anyway, we'll get to that. So here she goes. She has her breast stuffed into that tacky black latex get up. I don't know what's going on. But anyway, she's on her way there, and look, she's singing into the camera, and she's driving her Maserati. Now, I forgot to mention when I showed those papers of all those charges that Deja fled from the cops. So at this point, she didn't know she had a warrant, or so she claims, and she was never arrested. She was on the run. Child, but because we were on her ass and we were posting everything she was doing, including her driving around, the cops were on her ass. Somebody reported that she had a hosting gig coming up, and they were waiting for her at that gig. They told the Maserati. She said that they were asking her friends where she was, and they lied and said she wasn't around, but she was inside of there hiding out from them until she finally turned herself in, y'all. This was her in that god-awful outfit, ducking and dodging the cops at her so-called hosting event.
Where you at? We outside. Ladies, where we at?
We outside.
Okay, and while Deja was back in the Windy City fighting the cold and the cops, Bria and her family were thriving in Florida, okay? She was bonding with her baby boy. They were at all the games. She said she got baseball babies. They can sleep through anything. She was twinning with her girls, and Mr. Tim was dropping a bag on everybody but Deja. Okay, another year, another birthday, and of course my girl had to turn up and do it big. You know, the white heart cake as opposed to the black one because she's godly. Her and her friends, you know, they always show up and show out. They were on a yacht, sipping cocktails, just enjoying life as they should.
I gotta put me first. I gotta put me first. I gotta put me first.
Okay, and as we know, Tim's birthday is about a month after Bria, so again, all his family gathered to celebrate him. His team celebrated him. Him and his people was out, you know, doing it big, turning up. I believe he turned 31. He said, we can go all night, Devon, okay? And this triggered Deja again. This triggered her. Out of nowhere, out pops Rashida with the Tim A logo tattooed in bright red ink on her wrist. Who? Sheeta. If you don't know, I guess she's a wildin' out girl now. But this lady is either close to 40 or in her 40s. She has a teenage daughter who's 19, I believe, and another teenage daughter, and she is allegedly one of Tim's old side chicks. From what I was told, she and Deja were both messing with Tim at the same time, and they knew about each other, and it's always a tit for tat with these two. If you look at her page, you'll see a lot of similarities aesthetically to Deja. A lot of the same outfits they wear. It's just giving, I'm in competition for a married man, and I'm not the wife. I don't know what would make women go and mark themselves up with a tattoo of a married man, okay? I have a tattoo. It's of my ex, but it's also the same name as my child. So, you know, I can get a pass. But to purposely go out and tattoo a man's logo or his jersey number, and you know that man has a whole wife, I don't know what's in the water these girls are sipping, but something ain't right. Mama ain't raised you right. Granny ain't raised you right. Auntie ain't raised you right. Something is not right that you will go and mark yourself up like this for a man that's not even yours, okay? Baby daddy or not. He has a whole wife.
Preach, bitch.
I don't fuck with these bitches. Do you? I don't.
Not all of them.
Yeah.
You can't.
I don't fuck with none. I don't fuck with none.
I
I don't fuck. See, I don't fuck with none of them.
Okay, and do y'all remember after that she tweeted hashtag checkmate, basically saying, yeah, I did it. You feel me? Like everybody already knew that she sent that to the blogs. This woman, nobody had ever seen or heard of this woman in regards to Tim Anderson. But I don't know what she expects. Like every time his family comes around, what do you expect for him to fly you on 7 down, stash y'all at a little hotel, creep out in the middle of the night, come over there and blow your back out, kiss his son on the forehead, and then go back home to his family? Like, sis, you literally out here breaking your own heart. Move on. Collect your child support. He put a roof over your head. You got a car to drive, even if it is a Lincoln. Like, go about your business. This shit is giving crazy. And I know over yonder on that dusty-ass blog, always be making it seem like I be making shit up, pulling shit out of my ass. But these are never released DMs like I released in the last video. Okay, and it says you have to keep this anonymous. Dejah sent it to the blog. She is upset, blank, suspended financial help because she will not let 10 see or speak to 7. I don't have to lie. I don't have to make shit up. Okay? One thing I'm not is a liar. Heavy on the facts and heavy on the receipts to cover my ass. And to back up everything I say, okay? Get into it and clock that T. And again, in the midst of all this, Bria loses her dad, and she has to put him to rest. In the midst of all this drama, here she go, y'all. She was just too full of herself. She's still tweeting, talking about, when I tell motherfuckers don't play with me, that be like my fair warning. Most people say it because it sound cute. She just knew she did something. She thought she did her big one with that. But when it comes to her, karma is always swift. And she ended up getting arrested again. This time, I believe she crashed up the Maserati, trying to elude the cops again. This bitch is bonkers, okay? Karma don't play. Bria's ancestors, God, whoever, they don't play about Bria. They don't play. And it seems like every time she gets arrested, she pretends that she was in Miami. She tried to pull some pictures of her in the hotel lobby, and I figured out that it was from the trip her and Niche took. Yes, that Florida trip she took with Niche. She posted pictures from the hotel lobby is a distinct statue, and she wanted us to think that, again, she was in Miami, but she wasn't. I found out by doing my research that, the pics were old, and again, she was back on her bullshit. So this arrest was from 2019. They used the mugshot from 2019. But this was new charges, and this included endangering the health and life of a child, fleeing or attempt to elude police officers in a motor vehicle, driving on revoked license, speeding over the statute, like just a bunch of charges added on to what she was already facing. And she just continued to drive without license, and she even did a story time about it that I had posted on my page. I don't know if I removed it. I probably did. But if y'all want me to, I'll repost it. Just let me know in the comments. Yeah, this girl is crazy. I keep saying it because, I've never seen anything like this. We've all been young. We've all been dumb. We've all been crazy. But 30 with 3 kids, and you acting like this? Okay, and remember when she tried to pretend like this guy was interested in her or she had a new man? Well, he was only interested in getting his workout on. I guess the other guy is her cousin. And then she stopped driving for a hot minute, y'all. Just a hot minute, because she was right back at it. She's back at it right now, too. And then she had her kids at the shop. She was telling them how beautiful they are. The oldest two. They spent the summer at the community pool because you remember in Miami, Bria had a pool in her house. So her and her kids were in the pool almost every day. So, of course, Dejah never wanted to be outdone. Never want to be outdone, okay? She is going to always make it seem like she is right there neck and neck with Bria, in Bria's league. But we all know that's not true. So yeah, this is her, because she didn't have any customers. We saw her braid like one hair every few days or every few weeks. She would have one customer and that would be it. Okay? That would be it. No traffic, no endorsements, no testimony.
What? You mad? How you mad?
Those kids were not feeling her at all. Well, I should say Denim. He hates every time she puts the camera in his face. And did you see when he raised his fist up to her? When them kids become teenagers, they are going to give her ass the business. And I can't wait. Oh, and adding value? We already know that's delusions. Delusions of grandeur. Never addition, always subtraction, always subtracting, whether from herself, from her kids, or from a man. And every other week she was posting that her books were open and that booth rentals were available. Shouldn't she have had her shop filled before she opened the doors?
Now you see now, you done fucked up, you know that, don't you?
With the boys, so I wasn't really trying to be into arts and crafts.
Y'all, she literally had nothing to do. She had no business, no customers, no orders to ship. She's literally practicing how to tie a ribbon on a box for an invisible customer for an order that does not exist. Okay? And I'm going to insert a clip of Niche throwing shade at her about opening this salon. Not really even knowing what she was doing. She just wanted to open a business.
That's why I'm glad I don't do hair, because I couldn't even deal with that type of pressure. And then, like, how you gonna go into a service industry? Like, do you like people? Because you really gotta like people. Are you a people person? Like, if you having a rough...
You don't know nothing about that shit, bitch.
And while Dejah was over there struggling to find customers, Bria and her husband and her baby boy were just living life, just enjoying each other, laughing, smiling. And look, Bria out with her Goyard. I mean, Tim loves him a good Goyard bag, and he does not skimp when it comes to Bria. She's glowing, like literally glowing. That's how good the loving is where she's at.
That's what the fuck I'm talking about. God, that's what I'm talking about.
Okay, y'all, the GTA hooker is gearing up for her birthday. Let's see what she does this year. So here's the birthday outfit, another Tomb Raider GTA hooker outfit. And then she had a little house party, nothing like the failed club party that she threw the year before. Let's see what she wished for, guys.
I wish motherfuckers stopped calling me.
Talking about she brought her birthday in very peaceful. No, you brought your birthday in very broke, because at this point she was still cut off. Tim was not funding her at this point, and you can tell. She tried to be like Bria again and do the whole boat thing, and look at them at the dock having a cookout. Sad. Oh, them tweets was eating her up. Even Tim got in on the action. He said he out the loop, don't update him, and she failed to appear in court, so a bench warrant was issued. Not only was Karma eating her ass up, but so was the filters. They, for some reason, were not working. That haircut did not age well. She hated it. And then she started rocking this god-awful wig. And I don't know what is up with her mouth. Like, sometimes it gives very much monkey. No shade. It was during this live that Bria let it slip that they were waiting for the moving trucks. They had officially relocated to Georgia. Goodbye, Chicago for good. Look at my girl getting her sip on, child, and Mr. Tim came creeping in the background. But anyway, yes, the home is drop dead gorgeous. Look at Trey.
I, me, and you. Blame God.
And while the Andersons were building their new lives, she was back in Chicago making thirst trap videos while her children ran amok, unsupervised on TikTok. And after her latest mugshot was released after she spent the night in jail for that bench warrant, the jokes just wrote themselves.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna gather myself right now. Right now.
While her kids were making inappropriate TikToks, it let us in on her little secret, the shrine she has to Mr. Tim in the background.
You in danger, girl.
Now, this live was the last time she was seen in her salon / brick and mortar. Okay, and it got us to start asking a bunch of questions. Where is the shop? Where is the shop? Where is the shop? Okay? And when she first opened that shop, which was April, I said by June it would be closed. But she lasted 2 months longer because this was around August. And she has not posted or been back at that shop since then. So it leads us to believe that the shop is closed. But did she care? Nope, because she had a new group of friends she was hanging with. Child, she wasted all Seven's good child support money opening that shop, only for it to last a good 4 months. But hey, at least she has a new group of aesthetically pleasing friends to hang around with. And look how she behaves. Watch this.
Let's race. Let's race.
Oh, you sound like you slow.
And here I go again, pulling out the receipts. In early September, somebody let me know that there would be a housewarming at the end of the month. And as you remember, there was a storm that weekend. So I had no idea if they were going to go through with the housewarming. But what we thought was a housewarming turned out to be... Hold on. All right, y'all. I'm so glad that the storm did not stop the Andersons from celebrating. Now, I was actually told it was supposed to be a housewarming party, and I already knew my good sis Leslie was going to be on the decorations. But it seems that they're also making this a halfway to one birthday celebration for our nephew Trey, and I am so here for it. And for Bria to do it a week before his actual birthday, or a week and some days before his actual birthday, is typical Gemini behavior.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Seven. Happy birthday to you. Oh, Seven. Make a wish, make a wish. Woo! That's too close.
And we were all wondering, was he going to actually show up for Seven's birthday? And of course, his dumbass did. As you saw in the last clip, he had to move Seven's head out of the way because she almost set the boy on fire. And I know that's his son, and you're like, well, he should be at his son party. No, because I don't know what type of arrangement these two have. I mean, it's given second family to me. Because why can't he come and get Seven and throw Seven a birthday party with his family? I'm just not understanding why he always has to be up underneath her that one day out of the year. Like, that's just very weird to me. But hold on. And this is why. You can't really see from this picture, but y'all know I've posted this before. But in the background, it appears to be Mr. Tim in her house. And she posted this a few weeks after the party in a slideshow where this pic was like the 4th or 5th picture. She thought she was being sneaky, but of course I spotted it and I had to do some deep diving. And it appears that it was Mr. Tim. And how do I know it was Mr. Tim? Because after we blasted his ass, he made his way to my page for the first time ever. And we were dragging his ass because we didn't know if he was back in Atlanta or if he was still in Chicago. But apparently he got word of that too, because then these magically appeared. So Tim took a minute out of publicly embarrassing his wife to send her some flowers, telling her how much he loves her. And had this been 2 days ago, I would have been on the aw bandwagon and posting it on my Instagram page. But after that stunt he pulled yesterday, fucked him.
If you think I'm here to play around with y'all, goddamn it, I'm not.
All right, Mr. O'Neill.
I forgot to mention that along with the new house came a brand new G-Wagon for Bria, okay? Let me not forget to mention that. And the minute he got back home, he didn't waste time icing his girl out, okay? Wrist was on froze, but you know me, I was still pissed. And while Bria was out turning up for her girl Leslie's birthday, you know, with Sierra and the whole crew, enjoying the fruits of her man's labor. Okay, you know my girl knows how to do it right. She knows how to party, and she knows how to enjoy life. But while she was doing that, let's see what Puss was doing. Puss was back in Chicago, back with the black nails, the black phone case. She had the black hearts on her picture just because Tim showed up and gave her a little bit of attention. This is what it led to.
Yeah, it's true. Ask about it. Ask.
Okay, like I said, after that trip to Chicago, Mr. Tim stumbled upon my page the same way his baby mama stumbled upon him, and he was not too pleased because he ended up blocking me from this page. He had been blocked me from his main page, as you all know, but like I said, I'm not even mad about that. Like, protect your peace, Mr. Tim. But what I am a little perturbed about and how I'm going to end this video is with this. This must have been Tim making sure that Bria blocked me from her page. And no, I'm just kidding. She did not block me. But what she did do was hide her story from me. And like I've stated before, I can still see her page. I can still see her story if I wanted to, but I choose not to. People still send me stuff and I still post it. I'm not upset. I'm not bitter. I wish Bria and her family the best. Like I said weeks ago, I was going to end this page this month anyway after we find out what's going to happen with Dejah in her court case. But I think now that Bria has picked her side, I'm going to protect my peace and I'm going to end everything, okay? Now, I still have some unreleased messages that I'm probably going to post in a separate video somewhere in the future, maybe for New Year's, to bring the New Year's in with a bang. I don't have anybody that I need to protect anymore. Clearly, I am free to release all of my messages. And again, I'm not bitter. I'm not upset. I will not be trying to come for Bria or anything like that. But I will be using my DMs and my messages to build up my YouTube page. And that's just what it is. So again, I wish her and her family the best, and I hope y'all continue to watch and grow with me.
Okay then. Well, let's step it up a notch then.